Raising the minimum wage sounds nice. Economically, it's a sledgehammer. You're trying to fix a leaky faucet by flooding the basement. Let's talk labor elasticity. Fancy term for how many people a business can actually afford to keep on payroll. When you slap a price floor on human hours, demand doesn't just politely step aside. It fires back. Corner stores don't run on venture capital. They run on 3% margins. Tell a local owner to pay $20 an hour and suddenly the math stops working. So they cut hours, they automate, they close, and then comes the inflationary feedback loop. Prices jump to cover the payroll gap. Your $20 wage just bought a loaf of bread yesterday. Today, it buys a slice. This is why wage floors are blunt instruments. They don't target poverty. They target entry-level workers, teenagers, students, people trying to build a resume. The ones who actually need the job get priced out. So what's the alternative? We need incentive structures that actually reward work, not just punish overhead. But let's be real. Legislative friction makes targeted policy feel like diffusing a bomb with a butter knife. You pass a law. Enforcement latency kicks in. Meanwhile, demographic velocity shifts. New grads enter the market. Seasonal workers cycle through. The policy hits a moving target while the economy waits for it to catch up. Yeah, I know the take. Just print more money for the poor. Cute. That's a design flaw, not a solution. You're trying to patch a structural load-bearing wall with a sticky note. The real bottleneck isn't the hourly rate. It's the cost of living versus the cost of doing business. You can't legislate productivity. You can't mandate demand. You just shift the pain downstream. We're drowning in policy fatigue. Every decade, we get the same debate, same graphs, same angry threads. Meanwhile, the entry-level pipeline dries up. Employers stop hiring for roles that no longer make financial sense, so we raise wages. Prices rise, margins compress, businesses cut back, workers lose hours, poverty stays put. The system doesn't break. It just adapts to hurt the most vulnerable first. Drop your take in the comments. Are wage floors a necessary floor or a structural trap? I'll be down there defending the math. And no, I'm not taking anecdotal bakery stories as a macroeconomic model. Let's argue.